Andy Borregales set to kick off.
Now Borregales on to send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Loses it again. The damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, we just don't see kick returns nearly as often. Plays on them like that, so much rare.
Yeah, that is so well said. Kind of reminds me of my son's baseball coach, right? At a young age, you're always coaching those guys. Hey, the ball's going to come to you. The ball's going to come to you every single pitch. The ball's going to come to you. And these kickoff cover guys, they got to think in their mind every time is my chance to make a play, and they just did.
And he's going to take it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders keeping the pedal floored and adding 6 more. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown. Ooh, it doesn't get much closer than this, Brock. Did that ball in any way break the plane of the end zone?
You know how I like to look at this, Kate? Imagine a plane of glass going from the front end of that end zone straight in the air, and any part of the ball, any part of it just touches the plane of that glass, and this is a touchdown.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
All right, so the officials take that touchdown away. He did not break the goal line. Another chance at 6. It's 2nd and goal. Defense showing blitz here, May. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders piling onto the scoreboard yet again. Well, with that score right there, Brock, he has reached one of the pinnacles of playing quarterback here in the NFL. The most touchdown passes in a single game.
And I can promise you, after this game, he's going to do... I remember Peyton and Marvin having a back and forth after breaking a record. Neither of them wanted the ball because they knew it took all of them. And I promise you, after the game at the podium, he'll say the same thing today. It's his name in the record book, but this is an offensive explosion for a day.
Dan Quinn never afraid to take a risk. His guy's going for 2.
Washington will line up.
Throwing his May. And right back into the end zone he goes. So one play gets a touchdown, then the next for 2, and he's extended their lead. Borregales on to send it away. Return starts from the goal line. And they get to him before he can amount to much, just beyond that 15-yard line. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the 3rd. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Running up the middle, Pacheco. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
Here we go, here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's the 5th time they've gotten their first sack of this one, Brock. And they're going to try for number 6 on 3rd down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. The type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level. Going.
Richardson on 3rd. Lofts it deep right side. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
The issues this offense has been having, well, they extend well beyond 3rd down today. You can just look up that big goose egg on the scoreboard, but now, time's not on their side either.
And he's out of bounds. Not the return that he had drawn up. No way. It actually loses yards. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. It sure seems like they've been able to score every time they've touched it this quarter, Brock. So high hopes again for this upcoming series. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. The 50. He's at the 30. The 10. And he scores. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders trying to end this before the final quarter. Oh, man, Brock, once that became a foot race, you could have gone ahead and just said goodbye because you were not stopping that play.
He gone. He's long gone. Now with a full field ahead and one of the longest runs of his career right in front of him. The way he broke that, the only fitting place was the inside.
Dallas on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders continue adding on to that lead. Now Borregales on to send it away. Here's Wester on the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. The Lions get ready to return to the field. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Putting a receiver in motion. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Connecting on the slant. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Pacheco. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Manages a gain of 3 there. And that is good for Detroit first down.
and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Richardson. Excellent protection so far. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think all quarterbacks have been there before. You start scrambling, you're hoping for something to materialize, and nothing does. You just try to get back to the line, live to play another day, and more importantly, avoid a loss.
Odunze's got it right side. He takes this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 4 on the play. 6 yards to go here. It's third down. Throw here, third down. Dumped off to his running back. On third down, they wind up going the wrong way. That one goes backwards. Washington calls it second timeout. And they'll likely be very protecting of the only one they've got remaining. The Lions readying for the punt. And he's been one of the players of this game. It's fielded at the 14. And there it is. Did not believe it.
Andres Borregales is set to kick off.
Always hurts to do this. They give up the safety and now have to kick it away. And this isn't going to help things following that safety as the free kick winds up out of bounds. Offense tagged for the penalty there as they walk off the distance. This is our last play of the quarter. Swamp man's in motion right. Richardson on first and 10. Got it deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Commanders pick it up into the red zone. And the nightmare continues as they bring the football back for a touchdown. The Commanders stretch their lead on the final play of the third. Well, Brock, you and I know after that first turnover, they were able to take back. They were looking for another one, and lo and behold, they found it.
You felt it, I felt it, everybody in the stands felt it. It wasn't just good enough to get the takeaway. They wanted to one up what they did earlier, and look at the celebration now.
Flip to the kicker. Oh, he's running! And the defense all over the fake. They stopped that one well short of the goal line. Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. And when we resume play, it'll be with a kickoff.
Andy Borregales set to kick off.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Here's Wester on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The offense headed out now for Detroit. And the turnovers, Brock, a big reason they have played themselves out of this one. Hopefully they can keep it clean here, if nothing else.
Yeah, well, this drive isn't pertinent to this game maybe anymore, Kate. This drive is for next week. They just want something positive here to end the game and carry forward into the practices ahead.
They run with Pacheco. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain. That's a nice, quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. Shotgun snap out of Richardson. Avoid some trouble there. Oh no, he lost control of another one. And the Commanders get to it first. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Okay, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot. Right, he's got great what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
Hey, what's up? Jack! Hey, what's up?
They'll try and punch it in. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Commanders throwing 6 more on the blowout.
We've seen all game long how difficult it has been for this defense to try to contain this guy. Not only through the air, now 2 touchdowns on the ground. He's just been a difference maker.
So up comes May and his offense, going for 2.
The Commanders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
I'll throw it. And he goes up and over, and he's in. That gets them 2. Oh, partner, they had this one in the bag a long, long time ago. But some people,
You sure?
they're just never able to resist running that score up as high as it can go. And apparently that includes going for 2 more there.
Yeah, I'm trying to picture some of just the guys that I played with in the past. Those that really respect the game. You know what this does? This feels like you're disrespecting the game. This NFL, these are the best of the best, and this will come around at some point and bite you. If you disrespect the game like this, you run it up on an opponent, you better watch your back down the road.
This makes it up to the 25. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Here's pressure, and he's going to be dropped. Well done by the Commanders' defense. They'll get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack.
80! Bravo 80!
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds Pacheco out of the backfield. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here.
Let's go face screaming in fear.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Throwing the out route complete. And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, it will still wind up being 4th down. So out now comes the punter. And he's been getting all of it every time out. That's taken at the 15. And he's out of bounds. Not the return that he had drawn up. No way. It actually loses yards. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And they should just be able to kneel out what time remains. There's 3 timeouts defensively still available, but using them is not going to alter this outcome. They're going to pass it here. He launches this one up, looking deep to the right side. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Here's the one back on the handoff. And he takes it ahead for about 4 yards. It's 3rd down. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They give it to him again. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. That's going to give the Commanders a first down. Even with this lead, keeping the pedal down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. Offense in the hurry up now.
At the 26. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Another carry for him. Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. He picked up a 34 yards on that play. And that's good for a Washington first down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Kincaid there to bring it in near the sideline. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's pretty impressive, Kate. I mean, to have the awareness, the body control to not just secure the ball, but to keep both feet down on the sideline.
It's a sweep. He pumps the pass forward. Oh, he drops and cuts it to the right side. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Commanders continue adding to an insurmountable lead. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
All right, I might have understood this a couple of touchdowns ago. At this point, I'm not sure you can find much justification for going for 2, but they did, and that landslide grows bigger still.
Kate, does this feel personal to you?
Yeah, it does.
It does, right? This feels personal, and honestly, I'm having a flashback to Pete Carroll, Jim Harbaugh, USC, Stanford. After the game, when those two went out on the field, like, what's your deal? What's your deal? What's your deal? Keep the camera rolling because this handshake's going to be rather interesting.
The Lions offense returning to the field. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. To the air on this first down, Richardson. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. Defense getting in on the front, Brock, with that fourth-quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick six.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense. And when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
And that one's gone. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the fourth. All right, Brock, that is not a graphics error on your screen. They are indeed over the century mark, a triple-digit lead. And, you know, I kind of tell them to stop going for 2, but I don't think anybody's going to listen.
Is there any way we can...
He lost the football, and the fumble recovery is made. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
You know, awareness, Kate, is one of the best skills anyone on a return team can possess. And normally it's just for hitting blocks and clearing a lane and doing their job. But there it was recognizing the fumble.
The Commander's rush brings him down. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
6 yards. It's second down.
One final shot here. And there's our last stand image of this game. It's intercepted. And the Commanders make one of their best plays at the end, coming up with the interception on our final snap of the game. So next to the nation's capital, it's a home win for the Commanders. And they weren't afraid to keep running up that score to the point that records came and went on the way to victory. Their point total, Brock, actually eclipsed the old record of 72 points in a game, which was held by Washington since 1966. Now a new record stands, one of the great offensive showings we have ever seen. So for our crew, my partner Brock Ewart and myself, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been Madden Ultimate Team. It's a win for the Commanders, as with that, we sign off from D.C.